rich, you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we pack up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles never had.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley. And we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
We play to win. Let's go!
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And again this time to the tailback. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Mike spot 9, Mike spot 9. Man,
Operating from the gun, Fields. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Next the score, Chiefs 7, 49ers nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
We're going to sign. Mike 50. Mike 50.
On 1st down, Darnold. Green brings it in. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 46.
He's moving, boys, he's moving.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
44 is Mike. Check. In the face. Hey, switch gears.
On second down, a run with Breida. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. And Darnold just beating the play clock. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
6 man.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down.
3rd down.
Ready. 7 ending. Check. 59. Let him know. Let him know. 59. Mike's 59. Come on. You better bring it. Mike's 5'9". Record.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Fields. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff here to his running back. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
He can't hit. He's not going to get me. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Cut.
Back to throw. Fields. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch out.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Hill. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Chiefs 14, 49ers 0. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. Jim. Ladies.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check safety, check safety. Yo, lady. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert, flare, alert. Here we go.
Darnold now to throw. And And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Here we go.
They run for it with Breida. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or two. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And a give this time to the tailback. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Check 25. Check 25. Fopo's the mic. Mike's Fopo. Check. Red 80. Slip. Red 80. Banjo, banjo, banjo.
Hey, Charlie.
Darnold gets this one to Juszczyk. It's a 4-yard pickup, and just like that, it's third down.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Hey, Delta, we want it. Come to my work.
Mike 50, Mike 50. Man, Eddie, I got you.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Now it's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Fields. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Fields. He's going to rifle one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. And that one results in 35 yards. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Joey Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
49er, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
We're going to sign.
50, Max, 50. You. Shift.
On first down, here's Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, second and long.
44's Mike. Check. Hey, defense, let's go.
Darnold from the gun. Complete to the running back, Matt Breida. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
44's to Mike. 44's to Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day offense.
Man, 80. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. They go counter with Breida, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check 99, check red 80. 6-6, pull it high.
On 2nd and 12, Darnold. Finding Green complete. 23 yards the pickup there. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Chiefs' 17-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check 3, red 80.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Now stopped him in his tracks. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Mike 3, Mike 3. Combo. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball, lady.
They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Able to convert on 4th to bring up 1st and goal. That's a big 3 yards right there.
First down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
What's that? Mike 3. Oh, you got deep? Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down.
They'll run here with Mack. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, watch the slant. Motion.
Here's Breida. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got.
Switch. 0-0, Mike free. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you... Lady.
They'll try to run with Breida. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 4th and goal.
They come out here in the eye. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the ball's going to be going back to the Chiefs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
First down, Chiefs.
Ready up. Check, 80 weapons.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
But you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 59, Mike.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
First down, Chiefs.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score, Chiefs 21, 49ers 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Mike Bobo.
Darnold on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's now 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Check 30.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off near the 34. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Chiefs, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Trips I had